Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Last time, we have talked about rules of capitalization. Now, we're going to discuss about end marks. Before we start with our new lesson for today, let us read the words on your screen. Ready? Go. The Romans made writing much easier to read by putting dots between words. I guess you can stop there. Why? You sound like a robot. The reason why we read it that way, because of the period every after a word. Do you think that's correct? Of course, hindi. Hindi mo maintindihan kung ano binabasa mo at nagsasalita ka pa na parang robot. So, stop with that and we'll have our new lesson for today. Our lesson for today is all about end marks. When we say end marks, these are punctuation marks. Punctuation marks that are put at the end of sentences. We have period, question mark, and exclamation point. Again, these are your end marks. As I have mentioned a while ago, end marks are examples of punctuation marks. And let us know first the meaning of punctuation marks. So punctuation marks are use of standard marks and signs in writing and printing to separate words into sentences, clauses, and phrases. And we need punctuation marks in order for us to understand the meaning of the sentences. Before we start with our lesson proper, I have here two sentences. I want you to read it. So the first one, let's eat grandpa. And the second one, let's eat grandpa. So, sa tingin nyo, anong meaning ng first sentence? Let's eat grandpa. Kakainin nyo si grandpa. The second one, let's eat grandpa. Ibig sabihin, you are calling the grandpa to eat. For your information, correct punctuation can save a person's life. Always remember that. Let us start discussing end marks, starting off with period. When we say period, it is placed at the end of declarative sentences, statements thought to be complete, and after many abbreviations. So when we say declarative sentences, these are sentences with a complete thought. So we have here example. Jane and Jack went to the market. So this is an example of a declarative sentence or statement that is complete. So we put period at the end of the sentence. Another use of period is at the end of abbreviations. When we say abbreviations, these are shortened words. For example, attorney. You're going to shorten it to ATTY. Another example is doctor. We're going to shorten that to DR, period. Another example is president. PRES, period, president. Those are examples of abbreviations. So we have here example. Dr. Juan Cruz is my dentist. The word doctor is abbreviated. That's why we put it at the end of DR Cruz. Another use of period is it is placed at the end of an indirect question. When we say indirect question, it is a question inside a statement. So, in other words, ito yung tanong mo na tinanong ng ibang tao para sa'yo. We have here examples. He is asking who she is. So, in this example, si he ang nagtatanong kung sino siya. Pero iba ang nagtanong para kay he. So, that is what we call indirect question. Another example is, I wonder where I can sit. Again, so the use of period are 1. At the end of a declarative sentence. 2. For abbreviations. And for the last one, we use that at the end of an indirect question. Next end mark is a question mark. Question mark is used in asking question and it is placed at the end of the sentence. What kind of sentence? We call it an interrogative sentence. When we say interrogative sentence, it is a direct question. A while ago, we have talked about indirect question. Now, we're going to use question mark for direct question, or what we call interrogative sentence. Examples: when did Jane leave for the market? That is an example of a direct question. Another example: what is COVID-19? Again, that is also an example. So when we're talking about questions or direct questions, we'll be using of 5 W's and 1 H. Again, we use question mark at the end of an interrogative sentence or a direct question. Last end mark is what we call exclamation point or exclamation mark. It is used when a person wants to express a sudden outcry or add emphasis. So when we say sudden burst of emotion or sudden outcry, we're talking about when you are surprised, if you are shocked, if you are mad, if you are happy, and you know you clap your hands. Loko lang. So let's go back. So when we say exclamation point or exclamation mark, we use that at the end of an exclamatory sentence. When we say exclamatory sentence, it is about sudden bursts of emotion, like I said a while ago. So we have here examples. Oh my! Screamed Hannah. Another one. My neighbor's rants make me furious. So in the first example, we have put the exclamation point within the sentence. For the second one, we put that at the end of the sentence. The second example, add the exclamation point to add emphasis to the sentence. So again, that is the last end mark, which is the exclamation point or exclamation mark. Discussing end marks, and for us to test whether you have understood our lesson for today, we have here test your skills. So for the directions, correct the end marks where necessary in the following sentences. Are you ready with the first one? So here it is. The boss asked whether I had finished keying the report. So I'll give you 3 seconds. Do you think this is correct or no? The correct answer? It is no. Why? You remove question mark because that is an example of an indirect question. Therefore, instead of question mark, we'll be using period. Number 2 sentence. We asked the accountant how the payslips had been made up. 3 seconds to answer. You're going to identify whether the sentence is correct or no. Yes, this is correct. We put period at the end of the sentence because this is an example of a declarative sentence. Let's have the third one. Number 3 sentence. I can't believe it. Identify whether the sentence is punctuated correctly. Yes, it's correct. We put the exclamation point at the end of this sentence because this is a sudden burst of emotion. Next, number 4. With only $5 in my wallet, I could not afford to catch a taxi. Do you think that's correct? Is it punctuated correctly? No. What is wrong here? You should not put a period at the end or after an amount of money. After removing the period, that is already correct. Put period at the end of that sentence because that is also an example of a declarative sentence. Number 5. Oh dear, there is a paperclip jammed in the keyboard. So, is it punctuated correctly or no? Actually, one is missing here, and that is an exclamation point within the sentence or after the word dear. I asked you to read off these following words, right? And seriously speaking ba talaga? We talk like a robot, right? Yes. So we're going to correct this one and we're going to remove the unnecessary end marks or periods. So here is the correct format. The Romans made writing much easier to read by putting dots between words and by moving the first letter of a paragraph into the left margin. They adapted some of the Greek marks, such as the colon mark, to indicate phrase endings. So this is the correct format of that words. If you find this video informative, hit the subscribe button below. And in order for you to be notified if I have a new video, turn on the notification bell. So this is Joanne, reminding you that learning is fun. By the way, shout out kay Jasper Jordan Sapiera. So I'll see you again next time. Bye!